Alright, so you're here probably trying to figure out how to change these headlights. Or maybe the plate that the headlights mount to. The headlight mounting kajigger. The black frame that's in there. So this side was hit at one point and it broke all that. So I had to change all of this. So I was going to try and make the headlights match. But this headlight bracket is actually still good. So, you know, to get that loose, there's 10mm bolts here, there, and down here. So you take those out, and on this side there's actually a bolt from the other side down there that holds that in. And then you just kind of have to jiggle it out of there. It's kind of a pain. That side was a pain. But if you just want to change the light and the turn signal without changing all that, pretty much the tools you're going to need are going to be those two right there, the most important. I have these because there are little body tabs right here that you have to pull, one there and then two inside this to get this loose, and that just stays on the headlight. But pretty much you're gonna take this screwdriver, and let me see if I can get you in the situation there. Hold on. Alright, so we're back with some light and another tool that I was gonna use. So if you see right there, you see the little ball end that's down in there. There are these little retainers. This one looks cruddy, but it's still functioning. But this actually clips down on the top of that. So there's one there that I've already gotten out, and there's one here on the bottom that I've already gotten out because they're pretty easy. That one actually fell on the floor and I had to go for it. So here's the hard one, is right, see if I can, so I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but right there is another clip, and if you look up, there's kind of a space, but you can't access that space from in here. So that's where, oh, I guess that's where that belongs, but that's where this is going to come in handy. And I'm going to have to put the camera down and jiggle it out of there, but we'll get to that in a moment. And how to get your turn signal out here is there's a Phillips head screw that goes there. I've got it in my pocket somewhere. This little guy is actually right there. So once you get that out of there, if you want, this little piece will be all the way up against the back there, and you can put a screwdriver or something in there and just kind of pull it forward, and from that point the light just pops out like so. And you can take it loose there on the back, but I'm just going to leave mine dangling so I have access this way to that clip, and we'll be right back with the rest. Okay, so that clip there I've gotten loose, and I actually found to get to the roof of that is right there, and I just used a magnet stick and pried it up with a screwdriver and caught it. And once you do that, you would reach in here with a screwdriver, and underneath this you can pry that up and it'll come out of there. And then once you get that, you just lift it out of that one. You just lift it up out of there, and then boom, the headlight comes out. So pretty easy. The other one on the bottom here, I don't know if you can see that or not, but it just pretty much lifts right out of there once the top two are out. And there's the nub on the bottom. So let me get the other headlight and we'll put it in. Alright, so with the new headlight, I've put a LED in the top right there to go with my running lights. but there's already a vent hole there, and I added another vent hole on the bottom just so it's there with the LED lights. And I'll put a link to where I got all this stuff on Amazon. But pretty much putting the new headlight in, there's this one adjuster. So these actually were a little broketed, so I fixed it with epoxy. But you just pretty much take and line this up with the other headlight that came out and set this kind of sort of close, because you can still adjust this once it's in the truck. That one and that one should already be adjusted from where they were already. So pretty much now it's just getting this back in there and putting the clips on it. Okay, so now that's pretty much back in there without the clips. So I did it the way that it came out pretty much, and put the bottom one on first. So just kind of lean it in and get that one, and then lift that one into place back there, and then just kind of pull the headlight down a little bit and get it underneath that one, and it'll fall in place. And then from there it's in, and then you just put the clips back on. Check how it lines up with the front of the truck, which that's kind of how they are anyways, is like that. So it's pretty well there. And then just get your clips back on, and this slides right back in there. Put your Phillips back in there, and you're good to go. Alright, and then once you've got everything put back together, for the most part, got that clip back on there. The way that I actually did this, I don't have exactly huge or small hands, I would say, but I just slid my hand inside this hole right here, and used my pinky finger and held that down, and then came in from the side there with a flathead screwdriver and got that clip back in. So everything's back in there now, and you just put these little tabs back in. Make sure your light and everything is hooked up before you put it in, because it's going to be a pain in the ass once it's back in there. But that's pretty much it. So don't be scared, give it a go.